How to get my mortgage approved. Lenders use special calculations to determine whether you can or cannot afford a specific amount of mortgage. By knowing how these metrics work, you can work towards reaching the eligibility for the mortgage that will lead you to the house of your dreams. The most common calculations are the gross debt service ratio, GDS, and the total debt service ratio, TDS. Both calculations are known as debt service ratios. In simple words, a debt service ratio is the ratio of debt to income expressed as a percentage. What is included in calculating the gross debt service ratio, GDS? The gross debt service ratio is designed to determine if the potential borrower can afford the proposed mortgage. Payment based on his or her income, or a combined income, if there is more than one applicant. The gross debt service ratio combines the cost that a potential borrower has regarding shelter and divides that cost by his or her gross income, the income before taxes are deducted. The maximum ratio allowed in the mortgage industry is an average of 39%, which means that 39% of a potential borrower's gross income may be used to service his or her shelter costs. The gross debt service ratio allows lenders to determine if the proposed mortgage payment is within the lender's maximum gross debt service ratio. The gross debt service ratio is calculated using a simple equation. GDS equals PIF plus 1/2 condo maintenance fee, gross income, x 100. Let's go further and find out what each element of these calculations stands for. The components of GDS. To understand how to calculate the GDS, let's break it down into each of its components. PIF. The PIF is an acronym for principal, interest, property taxes, and property heat. 1. Principal and interest consist of the amount of the mortgage payment necessary to repay the blended principal and interest for the payment period. 2. Property taxes consist of the actual amount of property taxes payable on the property. 3. Property heat is a reasonable estimate of heat costs for the property, taking into consideration factors such as property size, location, and/or type of heating system. 4. Condo maintenance fee is the fee that a condominium unit owner pays to the condominium corporation for the maintenance of the common elements such as upkeep of the building, lobby, hallways, pool, gymnasium, etc. 5. The gross income is the potential borrower's total income before paying income taxes. Let's now look at the total debt service ratio, TDS. Like the gross debt service ratio, the total debt service ratio is designed to determine if the borrower can afford the potential mortgage payment. However, the main difference is that this calculation also includes, besides the three main variables of the GDS, all other debts that the borrower has, such as unsecured debt, credit cards, lines of credit, car lease payments, child support, alimony, etc. The total debt service ratio is in itself a more strict qualification criteria. The minimum accepted percentage that lenders look when measuring the total debt service ratio is 44% on average. The TDS determines the maximum amount of mortgage that a borrower could service. Let's take a look. Which variables does the total debt service ratio require? Maximum mortgage payment equals income x max TDS 100, property taxes plus heat plus 1/2 condo maintenance fee plus other debts. Thanks for listening. Worried about money? How to change your financial future? Money Lesson is a collection of 6 interactive online modules where we teach personal financial skills and money management to you and your family. We guide you in building your very own personal financial plan. We believe that active involvement is the best way to discover your goals and set up your successful financial plan. Enroll in each module individually and work at your own pace. Visit moneylesson.org. Copyright 2020. All rights reserved by FinMarket Incorporated. All financial advice is provided by FinMarket Inc. FinMarket Incorporated owns and operates the website moneylesson.org and YouTube channel Financial Advice. FinMarket Incorporated makes no representations, warranties, or guarantees about, and assumes no responsibility for, the content or application of the material contained in this YouTube channel, website, video, podcast, or any media posted on any website, and expressly disclaims all liability for any damages arising out of the use of, reference to, or reliance on such material. The information contained herein is for information purposes. Particular investment and tax strategies should be evaluated relative to each individual's objectives. Individuals should always consult with their financial professional before engaging in any strategy or investment, and understand that some strategies have higher risks and are not suitable for all investors. You should consult a specialist to evaluate your individual circumstances before engaging in any financial strategy.